Anjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamiyam Danti Swapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Nitamsha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachariणी Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome back to our weekly Chaitanya Charitamrita sessions. So now we are continuing our discussion on Antya Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 13, verse 20 onwards, where chapter 13 is Lord's loving dealings with Jagadananda Pandit and Raghunath Dasa Goswami. So in the previous chapter, we have seen how the Krishraj Kaviraj Goswami in the Antya Lila, here and there, he is describing Lord's loving interactions with his close, intimate devotees. And Jagadanand Pandit was one of that. It is said that he is none other than Satyabhama in the Krishna Lila. So the loving dealings between the Lord and Jagadanand Pandit are somewhere like Satyabhama and Lord Shri Krishna, where Jagadanand Pandit shows his anger because Lord is not accepting his love and affection in the form of certain articles. And that we have seen in the previous chapter, how he was offering Lord with love and devotion the scented oil, but the Lord said that I am a sannyasi and I am not supposed to use such expensive ingredients to decorate myself. It is not giving us the right social indications. It's not the right thing to do. So then Jagadanand Pandit goes fasting, and then Mahaprabhu goes and he tells Jagadanand Pandit to cook for him, and Jagadanand Pandit very lovingly cooks for the Lord, and then Jagadanand Pandit also honors and Mahaprabhu honors. So that way, that is the kind of dealings. And now in this particular section, we'll see that how Jagadanand, that dealings continues here, and we will see that how Jagadanand Pandit wanted to go to Vrindavan, and then he's discussing with he's taking permission from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the same. So we'll continue our discussion. We have Gandhimati Mataji. You can read Mataji 1320.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 13.20. ताते शयन करे न प्रभु देखी सबे सुखी जगदानंद भक्तेरा क्रोध बाहिरे मते जगदानंद बाकी बीतारे क्रोध बाहिर महादुखी. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Everyone was happy to see the Lord lie down on that bed, but Jagadananda was inwardly angry and externally he appeared very unhappy. Hare Krishna.
So we know that in the discussion that Jagadanand Pandit had offered, he was always pained by the austerities of Lord Chaitanya. So out of his deep love for Lord Chaitanya, he was kind of offering small things that makes Mahaprabhu extremely very happy. So that is one of the reasons he wanted to offer a little comfortable bedding. That is, when Mahaprabhu takes rest, it is a little comfortable to his body. But then Mahaprabhu considered it as very opulence and he did not agree. Then Swarup Damodar Prabhu, he made a bedding out of shredded banana plantain leaves and the bark. And then when he offered to the Lord was very happy because it was very means it was very simple. It was not an expensive thing made out of natural things, and he accepted. So and then when Mahaprabhu took rest, everybody was angry, and Jagadananda Pandit, out of his deep love, he's kind of very angry because Mahaprabhu did not accept his offering. Next one, Mataji.
You change, Mataji. 13.21. पूर्वे जगदानंदेर इच्छा वृंदावन हैते प्रभु आज्ञा न देना तांड्रे न परे चलिते. Translation. Formerly, when Jagadananda Pandita had desired to go to Vrindavana, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had not given his permission and therefore he could not go. Hare
So
Krishna.
Jagadananda Pandit previously had also had requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he wanted to go to Vrindavan, and Mahaprabhu had not agreed. Now he has that desire again. Mataji, continue.
13.22. भीतरेर क्रोध दुःख प्रकाशन कैला मथुरा येते प्रभु स्थाने आज्ञा महिला. Hare Krishna. Translation. Now, concealing his anger and unhappiness, Jagadananda Pandita again asked Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for permission to go to Mathura. Hare Krishna.
So now Mahaprabhu has not accepted his oil, he has not accepted his bedding, and a little Jagadananda Pandit is angry. These are all loving dealings. We cannot judge anything. Okay? We cannot say that, oh, Jagadananda Pandit was angry with Mahaprabhu. Nothing like that. But they are the loving dealings, a kind of Lila they are performing. So now Mahaprabhu, Jagadananda Pandit is like, I'll go to Mathura. But still they want permission from Lord Chaitanya. It is not like I want to go to Mathura and they just go. They want to take permission from Chaitanya. It is like they want Lord Chaitanya to tell, okay, you can go. So Jagadananda Pandit is requesting Mahaprabhu that he wants to go to Mathura. Mataji, next.
13.23. प्रभु कहे मथुरा येबा अमाया क्रोध करी अमाया दोषा लगाना तुम्ही ही भिखारी. Translation. With great affection, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, if you are angry with me, when you go to Madura, you will merely become a beggar. You will merely become a beggar and criticize me. Sorry, Mataji.
So, no, it's okay. You will merely become a beggar and criticize me. That is, you will only become, just become a beggar and criticize me. In the sense that now Jagadananda Pandit is kind of angry with Mahaprabhu and he's like, okay, I'll go to Mathura. And Mahaprabhu has sensed that. And he's like, okay, simply because you're angry with me, if you go there, you'll remain as a beggar there. You will not gain anything. You'll just be a beggar and you'll be just criticizing me. So this is not the right mood to go to Mathura. That is what Mahaprabhu is indicating. Mataji, next one.
13.24. Jagadananda kahe prabhura dariya charana purva haite icha mora yeite vrindavana. Translation. Grasping the Lord's feet, Jagadananda Pandita then said, for a long time I have desired to go to Vrindavana.
So now Jagadananda Pandit is, please, for a long time I have this desire. Please, I want to go to Vrindavan. Like that he says. Mataji, read.
13.25. Prabhu Anya Nahita Te Na Pariyaita Yeba Anya Deha Avasya Yaimu Nischita. Translation. I could not go without your Lordship's permission. Now you must give me permission and I shall certainly go there. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
So now he is like insisting, please give your permission. Without your permission, I cannot go. Please allow me to go to Vrindavan. Like that, he seeks permission. This is the main concept of a devotee. The devotee is always surrendered. He has so many desires, but he gives the final decision in the Lord's hand. So we as aspiring devotees, we may have this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And if we are really pushed by that kind of desires, we can put it across the Lord. But then we can say to the Lord that this is what I want, and this is what I feel that I really should have, but it is up to you to decide for me whether it is okay. Then only you award me. So that is one level of surrender we can think of. Chandana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
13.26 प्रभु प्रीति तारा गमना ना करे ना अंगीकारा तेहो प्रभु रथा ताई आज्ञा मागे बारा बारा. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Because of affection for Jagadananda Pandita, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not permit him to depart, but Jagadananda Pandita repeatedly insisted that the Lord give him permission to go.
So Mahaprabhu and is very intimate devotee and friend of, devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he knew but that what is the kind of mood required, and so he was like hesitating to give permission to Jagadanand. Mataji, next one.
Swarupa Gosai re Pandita Kaila Nivedana Purva Haite Vrindavana Yaite Moramana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jagadananda then submitted a plea to Swarupa Damodara Goswami. For a very long time, he said, I have wanted to go to Vrindavan.
So then he went through Swarup Damodar Prabhu. So Swarup Damodar Goswami, like, please, I really want to go, please help me like that. What is the next?
Prabhu Agnya Vinataha Yai Tena Pari Ebe Agnya Na Dena More Rodheya Habali. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I cannot go there, however, without the Lord's permission, which at present he denies me. He says, you are going because you are angry at me.
Next one, Mataji.
Yes. Sahajai morataha yai te manahaya Prabhu agnya leya deha kariye vinaya. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Naturally, I have a desire to go to Vrindavan. Therefore, please humbly request him to grant his permission.
So Jagadanand Pandit's stand is like, it's not that I'm angry, but from a long time I wanted to go to Vrindavan. Now again, I'm feeling that I really want to go. Please, on my behalf, request Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like that, he is putting his request through Swarup Damodar Goswami. Yes, Mataji.
तबे स्वरूप गोसाई कहे प्रभु रचरणे जगदानंदेरा इच्छा बढ़ाई ते वृंदावाने. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thereafter, Swarupa Damodar Goswami submitted this appeal to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jagadananda Pandita intensely desires to go to Vrindavan.
So then on behalf of Jagadanand Pandit, Swarup Damodar Goswami request. Kripa Mai Sita Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Oh, you are okay, Dr. K.L. Karpagamai.
Yes,
Doctor.
Mataji.
Yeah, okay.
Initiated, Mataji.
Oh, Jai, when just now? Means soon. Recently.
Vamna Jayanti, no, Mataji, that day.
Oh, where?
In Visakhapatnam, Mataji.
Guru Maharaj is?
Nishkinta Prabhuji. Nishkinta Prabhu. That the temple president, he is the temple president.
Maharaj, no. Prabhu is it. Grasa devotee.
Nishkinta Maharaj.
Tell again.
Nishkinta Maharaj. Nishkinta.
Jai. Haribol. Very nice.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Yes, please read.
Hare Krishna. 13:31. Tomara tani agna tenu magya bara agya teha madura deki aisi eka bara. Translation, scroll up, Mataji. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. He begs for your permission again and again. Therefore, please permit him to go to Madura and then return.
So he's like telling Mahaprabhu, please, Jagadanand Pandit wants to go, please give him permission, like that. Mataji, next.
32. Aire dekite chi gauda desi yaya Taichi eka bara vrindavana teki aya. Translation by Prabhupada Kiji. You permitted him to go see Mother Sachi in Bengal, and you may similarly permit him to go see Vrindavana and then return here.
So what had happened is previously Mahaprabhu had sent Jagannath Pandit to meet Sachi Devi, and he had gone from Jagannath Puri and he had gone to meet Sachi Devi and all the other devotees of Navadvip, and that is the time when on return he had brought that expensive oil. So his Swarup Damodar Prabhu is like Swarup Damodar Goswami is like, previously he had gone to Navadvip also, now he wants to go to Vrindavan, let him quickly go and come back, like that he says. Mataji, next one.
Thanks. Antya 33, text 33. Swarupa Gosariya Bolo Prabhu Agya Dila Jagananande Bolo Na Tandre Shikaila. Translation by Prabhupada Kiji. At the request of Swarupa Damodara Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu granted Jagadananda Pandita permission to go. The Lord sent for him and instructed him as follows.
So then Mahaprabhu says, okay, bring Jagannath Pandit here. I have few things to tell him. So he gives some instructions that has to be followed by him when he is in Mathura Vrindavan. Mataji, next one.
Text 34. Varanasi Paryanta Swechandi Ei Pante Egya Swadeni Eba Satya Disate. Translation by Prabhupada Kiji. You may go as far as Varanasi without encountering disturbances. But beyond Varanasi, you should be very careful to travel on the path in the company of the Kshatriyas. Purport also, Mataji.
Yes, yes.
Purport, in those days, the path from Varanasi to Vrindavana was infested with robbers, and therefore there were Kshatriyas to protect travelers.
So Mahaprabhu is very concerned about Jagadannatha Pandit also, and those days we had to walk and go. So in some areas were not very safe to walk alone. So there were some Kshatriyas to protect the travelers like that. So he said that you have to take help of those men and then travel. You cannot travel alone because he is concerned about his devotees. Mataji, next one.
Text 35. Kevela Godia Pile Bata Padi Hari Bande Sabaloti Bande Rake Aiti Virodi. Translation by Prabhupada Kiji. As soon as the plunderers on the road see a Bengali traveling alone, they take. Mataji.
Can't see.
I can't see Mataji. Okay, Mataji. As soon as the plunderers on the road see a Bengali traveling alone, they take everything from him, arrest him, and they do not let him go. Purport. Bengalis are generally not very stout and strong. Therefore, when a lone Bengali travels the road of Bihar, the plunderers on the road capture him, rob all his belongings, and kidnap him for their own service. According to one opinion, the rogues of the Bihar know very well that the Bengalis are intelligent. Therefore, these thieves generally force the Bengalis into service requiring intelligence and do not allow them to leave.
So the things, the situation at that time was little different than it is now. So accordingly, Mahaprabhu instructs. Mataji, next one.
X36. Madhura Geli Sanadana Sankira Rahiba Madhura Re Swami Sabira Charana Bandiba. Translation by Prabhupada Kiji. Translation. When you reach Madhura, you should remain with Sanatana Goswami and offer respectful obeisances to the feet of all leading men there.
So now what had happened is Sanatan Goswami was already in Vrindavan and he was staying there for quite some time. So now Jagadannatha Pandit is just going to Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu says that while going, he gives some instructions. You should not travel alone and this like that. Then he says once you reach Vrindavan, you should be in the association of Sanatana Goswami. Many reasons. One thing is Jagadannatha Pandit being a Bengali may not be able to be well in terms of food and stay, may not be able to adjust so easily at Vrindavan. So if Sanatan Goswami is there, it will be helpful. Second is he did not want Jagadannatha Pandit to commit any offenses against the Vrajavasis. Now, Sanatan Goswami, because he is there in Vrindavan area for a long time, he'll be able to, and Bengali also by social systems. So it will be easier for Jagannath Pandit to have a comfortable stay in association with Sanatan Goswami at Vrindavan. Sumati Mataji.
Thank you,
Sumati.
Mataji. That's it.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams Mataji.
Dandavat.
दूरे रही भक्ति करी हा संगे न रही बा तासा बारा आचारा चेष्टा लाई ते नरीबा. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Do not mix freely with the residents of Mathura. Show them respect from a distance. Because you are on a different platform of devotional service, you cannot adopt their behavior and practices. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The residents of Vrindavana and Mathura are devotees of Krishna in parental affection, and their feelings always conflict with the opinions of Smarta Brahmanas. Devotees who worship Krishna in opulence cannot understand the parental devotional feelings of the residents of Mathura and Vrindavana who follow the path of spontaneous love. Devotees on the platform of Vidhi Marga, regulative devotion principles, may misunderstand the activities of those on the platform of Raga Marga, devotional service in spontaneous love. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Jagadananda Pandita to remain apart from the residents of Vrindavana who were spontaneous devotees so as not to become disrespectful towards them. Hare Krishna.
So there is always a little rasa bhasa, means they are raganuga bhaktas, the Vrindavan Mathura devotees. They have spontaneous love for Lord Shri Krishna and Jagadananda, and there is another kind of bhakta called as sadhana bhaktas or Vaidhi Marga bhaktas, where we have a particular way, rules and regulations we have. That is, we have kind of awe and reverence towards Krishna like that. So in whatever case, it is better if Jagadanand Pandit be in the association of Sanatana Goswami was the idea of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is visiting for the first time and it will be helpful and easier. Mataji, next one.
Sanatana sange kariha vana darashana sanatanera sanga na chadiba ekakshana. Translation: visit all 12 forests of Vrindavana in the company of Sanatana Goswami. Do not leave his association for even a moment.
Very nice. Next one.
Shigra asiha. Yes, Mataji. Shigra asiha tahana rahi na chira kala govardhane na chadiha dekhite gopala. Translation: you should remain in Vrindavana for only a short time and then return here as soon as possible. Also, do not climb Govardhana hill to see the Gopala deity. Purport: in his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura advises that one avoid remaining in Vrindavana for a very long time. As the saying goes, familiarity breeds contempt. If one stays in Vrindavana for many days, he may fail to maintain proper respect for its inhabitants. Therefore, those who have not attained the stage of spontaneous love for Krishna should not live in Vrindavana very long. It is better for them to make short visits. One should also avoid climbing Govardhana hill to see the Gopala deity. Since Govardhana hill itself is identical with Gopala, one should not step on the hill or touch it with his feet. One may see Gopala when he goes elsewhere.
So this reminds us of a pastime which we have already read in the Madhya Lila. Because we as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we do not climb, we consider the Govardhana as the body of Lord Shri Krishna. The Brajavasis climb there. So these were the reasons why Jagadanand Pandit, Mahaprabhu cautioned Jagadanand Pandit to always be with Sanatana Goswami, because this is one of the reasons that we do not climb, we as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we do not climb the Govardhana hill. And we remember that how when Mahaprabhu was in Vrindavana, he wanted to take darshan of Gopal, and Gopal also wanted to have association of Lord Chaitanya. And suddenly there was a rumor that the Turkish soldiers are are attacking, and then Gopala was brought down, and then Mahaprabhu was with Gopala for entire 3 days. So all these pastimes we remember. So now Mahaprabhu is cautioning Jagannath Pandita to see Gopala, you cannot go there. So, and Prabhupada is writing in the purport that one may see Gopala when he goes elsewhere, like that he says. Now that same Gopala is in Nathdwara. Mataji, next one.
Hare Krishna. Amiha asitechi kahiha sanatane amara tare ekastana yena kare vrindavani. Translation. Inform Sanatana Goswami that I am coming to Vrindavana for a second time and that he should therefore arrange a place for me to stay.
So soon, so Mahaprabhu mentions that I'll also come. So he says that, but actually Mahaprabhu never goes to Vrindavan for the second time. Krishnamurti Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji.
Danda Pranam Prabhuji.
Yeta bali Jagdanande Kaila Alingana Jagdananda Chaliya Prabhura Vandita Charana. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. After saying this, the Lord embraced Jagadananda Pandita, who then worshipped the Lord's lotus feet and started for Vrindavana.
Next one, Mat Prabhuji.
Okay. Sabha Ganatane Agnar Magila Vanapate Chali Varanasi Aila. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. He took permission from all the devotees and then departed. Traveling on the forest path, he soon reached Varanasi. Next, Mataji.
Next one.
Okay. Tapana Mishra Chandrasekhara Donhare Milila Tantra Tani Prabhura Katha Sakalahi Sunila. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. When he met Tapana Mishra and Chandrasekhara in Varanasi, they heard from him about topics concerning Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So we remember that when Sanatana Goswami was in Varanasi, we know that how Mahaprabhu had instructed Sanatana Goswami for 2 months. And that time we know that Tapana Mishra and Chandrasekhar, they are the residents of Varanasi. So now when Jagadadhan Pandit is going to Vrindavan, he meets at Varanasi, he meets Tapan Mishra and Chandrasekhara also. Prabhuji, next one.
Maturate aise milila sanatane jo do ye jane rasange doni hai anandita mane. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Finally, Jagadananda Pandita reached Mathura, where he met Sanatana Goswami. They were very pleased to see each other.
So they were so happy because they had met otherwise also. They know each other from quite well. And now they meet again in Vrindavan and they are very happy to meet each other. Prabhuji, next one.
13.45 Sanatana Karayila Tanre Dwadasha Vana Darshana Okule Rahila Dunye Deki Madhavana Mahavana. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. After Sanatana Goswami had taken Jagadananda to see all 12 forests of Vrindavana, concluding with Mahavana, the two of them remained in Gokula.
So, Sanatana Goswami and Jagannath, as instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagannathan Pandit went with Sanatana Goswami to visit all the 12 forests of Vrindavana, and last they came to Gokul Mahavana. So, after finishing all the visits, they stay in Gokul Mahavana. Prabhuji, anybody else wants to read? Prabhuji, you will continue.
Okay, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sanatanera Gopate Dunhe Rahe Ekathani Pandita Paka Karena Devalaye Yai. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. They stayed in Sanatana Goswami's cave, but Jagadananda Pandita would go to a nearby temple and cook for himself.
Sanatan Goswami didn't have a particular residence when he was in Vrindavana. Rup and Sanatan Goswami, they really performed quite austerities. And so he was living in a cave, apparently was living in a cave. But Jagannath Pandit, he said he went to a nearby temple and he started cooking for himself because he wanted a little kind of a defined place to stay. Next one, Prabhuji.
Mataji. सनातन भिक्षा करे न ये महावने कभु देवालये कभु ब्राह्मण साधने. Translation basic Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Sanatana Goswami would beg alms from door to door in the vicinity of Mahavana. Sometimes he would go to a temple and sometimes go to a Brahmana's house.
Next one, Prabhuji.
सनातन पंडितेर करे समाधान महावने देना आनी मागी अन्नपाना. Translation basic Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki say. Sanatana Goswami attended to all of Jagadananda Pandita's needs. He begged in the area of Mahavana and brought Jagadananda all kinds of things to eat and drink. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Sanatan Goswami. Yes. Sanatan Goswami provided all the raw materials for Jagadananda Pandit to cook actually. So Jagadananda Pandit was staying in a temple nearby and the raw materials were provided by Sanatan Goswami. Prabhuji, next one.
Ekadina Sanatane Pandita Nimantrila Nitya Krityakari Tenha Paka Chadila. Translation basic Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. One day Jagadananda Pandita, having invited Sanatana to the nearby temple for lunch, finished his routine duties and began to cook.
So Sanatan Goswami provides the raw materials and Jagadananda Pandit cooks it. And then one day Jagadananda Pandit invites Sanatan Goswami for lunch. Prabhuji, next one.
Mukunda Saraswati Nama Sannyasi Mahajane Eka Bahirvasa Denho Dhila Sanatane. Translation basic Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Previously, a great sannyasi named Mukunda Saraswati had given Sanatana Goswami an outer garment.
Chandana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji.
Dandavad.
Hare Krishna Mataji. सनातन से वस्त्र मस्तके बांधिया जगदानंदेरा वासा द्वारे वासीला आसिया. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sanatan Goswami was wearing this cloth bound about his head when he came to Jagadananda Pandita's door and sat down.
So Sanatan Goswami, because he was in Vrindavana, once he apparently associated with another Swami from a different sampradaya and he had given a cloth. And that cloth Sanatan Goswami is wrapping around his head and he has come to meet Jagadananda Pandit because Jagadananda Pandit had invited him for lunch and now Sanatan Goswami is at his door. Next one, Mataji.
Ratula Vastradhe ki Pandita Prema Vishta Haila Mahaprapura Prasada Janita Hare Puchila. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Assuming the reddish cloth to be a gift from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagadananda Pandita was overwhelmed with ecstatic love. Thus he questioned Sanatana Goswami.
So suddenly he sees the saffron cloth around Sanatan Goswami's forehead and he's like, oh, I think this is the Mahaprasad of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Jagannath Pandit loves Mahaprabhu so much and he was overwhelmed and he asked Sanatan Goswami. Mataji, next one.
Kaha paila tumi ratula vasana Mukunda Saraswati Dila Kahe Sanatana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Where did you get the reddish cloth on your head? Jagadananda asked. Purport. Sanatan Goswami replied, Mukunda Saraswati gave it to me.
Then he says, because Saraswati means it is a typical Mayavad sannyasi. And let's see what Jagadananda Pandit reacts. Mataji, next one.
Shuni Pandite Ramane Krodha Upajila Bhate Raha Dila Hate Laya Marite Aila. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hearing this, Jagadananda Pandita immediately became very angry and took a cooking pot in his hand, intending to beat Sanatana Goswami.
So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, sorry, I got disconnected. Just you have to wait now. I have to check where we were because I'm not in Bengaluru, so it is getting little difficult. We are in 13. What's the number we are in?
44, I think so, Mataji.
44. I don't remember. 1 minute. No. Not 44. I think more. 1 minute. Huh, 54 we are. 1 minute. You can see?
Yes, Mataji.
So hearing this, Jagannath Pandit immediately became very angry. He was so like, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there, how can you use the cloth worn by a Mayavad sannyasi? Next one, Mataji.
Sanatana tare jani lajjita haila bali tela gila pandita hadi chula te dharila. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sanatana Goswami, however, knew Jagadananda Pandita very well and was consequently somewhat ashamed. Jagadananda therefore left the cooking pot on the stove and spoke as follows. Thank you.
Sanatana Goswami knows the mood of Jagadananda Pandit, his deep love for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and a typical little anger. He has that little, he gets angry very soon. So knowing that, and Sanatana Goswami being a very Goswami, he did not get offended, but he felt little ashamed that, yeah, I should have not put a Mayavad sannyasi's cloth around my head. So in that mood, he takes the situation. He does not get really angry like that. Anybody else wants to read? Chandana Mataji, you can continue now. 56.
Yes, Mataji. Tumi Mahaprabhu rahao prasada pradhana Toma sama Mahaprabhura priya nahiyana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You are one of the chief associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Indeed, no one is dearer to him than you.
So Jagan Pandit is like to Sanatana Goswami, you are the senior most and Mahaprabhu loves you so much. You cannot, he says, he continues it. Mataji, next one. Yeah.
Anya sanyasira vastra tumi dhara shire kona aiche haya iha pare sahi bhare. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Still you have bound your head with a cloth given to you by another sannyasi who can tolerate such behavior.
Yeah. So he was very, he could not understand why Sanatana Goswami was doing this. Mataji, next one.
Sanatana kahe sadhu pandita mahashaya Toma sama chaitanyera priya ke hanaya. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sanatana Goswami said,
My dear Jagadananda Pandita, you are a great learned saint. No one is dearer to you, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu than you.
Sanatana Goswami said to Jagadananda Pandit, actually, you are the greatest, you are most intimate to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like that he says. This is the love between the devotees, because there is no envy in between. There is nothing that I should be great. The idea is you should be great. That is a very deep learning for us. That is, when we are devotees, when we are serving, the idea is that you should be very famous. It's not that I should be very famous. That is the next one.
I Chaitanya Nishtha Yogya Tomate Tumi na dekha ilahas Shikhi Vakya Mate. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This faith in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quite befits you. Unless you demonstrate it, how could I learn such faith?
So Sanatana Goswami takes a very menial position and he's like, the love and the deep faith you have in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I need to learn from you. And I really do not have, compared to you, the love you have for Mahaprabhu, I do not have. Like that, Sanatana Goswami says. That is next one.
Yaha dekhi bare vastra masta ke bhandila sei apurva prema pratyaksha dekhila. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My purpose in binding my head with the cloth has now been fulfilled because I have personally seen your uncommon love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So Sanatana Goswami says that me, by tying that Mayavad Sannyas cloth on my head, I was able to see your deep love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So my idea, my work is successful. My attempt of seeing your love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is successful. In that way, Sanatana Goswami tells to Jagadananda Pandit. Anybody else wants to read?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I?
Yes. Who is this?
Sumati Mataji.
Yes. Please.
Rakta Vastra Vaishnavera Paritena Yuyaya Kona Pravasire Dinu Kikaya Uhaya. Translation. This saffron cloth is unfit for a Vaishnava to wear. Therefore, I have no use for it. I shall give it to a stranger. Purport. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura comments on this incident as follows. Vaishnavas are all liberated persons, unattached to anything material. Therefore, a Vaishnava need not accept the dress of a sannyasi to prove his exalted position. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the renounced order from a sannyasi of the Mayavada school. Present-day Vaishnava sannyasis, however, never think that by accepting the dress of the sannyasa order, they have become equal to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In fact, a Vaishnava accepts the sannyasa order to remain an eternal servant of his spiritual master. He accepts the sannyasa order knowing that he is unequal to his spiritual master, who is a Paramahamsa, and he thinks that he is unfit to dress like a Paramahamsa. Therefore, a Vaishnava accepts sannyasa out of humility, not out of pride. Sanatana Goswami had adopted the dress of a Paramahamsa. Therefore, it was inappropriate for him to wear the saffron cloth on his head. However, a Vaishnava sannyasi does not think himself fit to imitate the dress of a Paramahamsa Vaishnava. According to the principles set down by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Trinadapi Sunichena, one should always think himself in the lowest stage, not on the level of a Paramahamsa Vaishnava. Thus, a Vaishnava will sometimes accept the sannyasa order just to keep himself below the level of a Paramahamsa Vaishnava. This is the instruction of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. Hare Krishna.
So in sannyasi also there are 4 levels, and topmost is Paramahamsa. So to become a Paramahamsa Vaishnava, it is not necessary that he has to accept a saffron dress. This is the understanding. So Sanatana Goswami was of the topmost Vaishnava rang. That is topmost, he was a Paramahamsa. Although he was not a sannyasi, he had not worn the sannyasa dress. So he was completely more renounced than a regular sannyasi, but he had not worn the sannyasa dress. So that is not required. That is what Prabhupada is mentioning. For Vaishnava, a saffron dress is not, need not wear a saffron dress to show that he is a Vaishnava. Vaishnava is more by his behavior and by his devotion rather than his dress. Nonetheless, Vaishnavas do accept the renounced order and they do accept the saffron cloth to just serve as a be as a servant for us, for his spiritual master. Because if his spiritual master asks him to do that in the mood of service, he can still accept. So the dress is not the point for a Vaishnava. So here he was telling that although Sanatana Goswami was in the more level of a Paramahamsa, because of his humble nature, he tied the cloth of a regular sannyasi on his head, putting himself lower than that sannyasi. That is his mood and that is his humility. But otherwise, as a Vaishnava, there is no need of specifically accepting a saffron dress just to show his position. That is what Prabhupada is mentioning here. Mataji, next one.
Pakakari Jagadananda Chaitanya Samarpila Tui Jana Vasi Tabe Prasada Paila. Translation: When Jagadananda Pandita finished cooking, he offered the food to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he and Sanatan Goswami sat down and ate the prasadam.
So finally, the whole point was Sanatana Goswami had come to Jagadananda Pandit to have lunch. That was the scene. And when he came, he had that cloth on his head, and Jagadananda Pandit gets angry and he was about to beat him. Then Sanatana Goswami, he tells that, okay, my purpose is today solved because I wanted to see your deep love for Mahaprabhu, like that he says. So finally, the cooking was done, it was offered, and the both of them honored the feast. Mataji, next.
Prasadapai Anyonye Kaila Alingana Chaitanya Virahe Duhe Karila Krandana. Translation: After eating the prasadam, they embraced each other and cried due to separation from Lord Chaitanya.
Both of them were deep devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Both of them loved Lord Mahaprabhu so much, and Mahaprabhu loved them very much. So they both shared that deep love for Mahaprabhu, and then the idea is to glorify Mahaprabhu only. So they had prasad, and they were talking about Lord Chaitanya, and they were feeling so much separation from Lord Chaitanya. So that went on for some time. Mataji, next one.
Ei mata masadui rahila vrindavane Chaitanya viraha dukha nayaya sahane. Translation: They passed 2 months in Vrindavana in this way. Finally, they could no longer tolerate the unhappiness of separation from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So like that, daily they were talking about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and spending their days. Mataji, next one.
Mahaprabhura Sandesha Kahila Sanatane Amiha Asitechi Rahite Kariha Ekastane. Translation: Jagadananda Pandita therefore gave Sanatan Goswami the message from the Lord. I am also coming to Vrindavana. Please arrange a place for me to stay.
So Mahaprabhu, while Jagannath Pandit was coming, had sent a word to Sanatana Goswami telling that I am going to visit Vrindavan again, so please make a place ready for me. So Jagannath Pandit gives that message to Sanatana Goswami. So now Sanatana Goswami has a service to perform. Otherwise, both of them were feeling too much separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If anybody wants to read, please raise your hand. Otherwise, Sumati Mataji, you continue.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, you can continue. 66.
Okay. Jagdananda Pandita Tabe Agna Magila Sanatana Prabhu Rekicho Beta Vastu Dila. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. When Sanatana Goswami granted permission for Jagadananda to return to Jagannath Puri, he gave Jagadananda some gifts for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So Sanatan, now Jagannath Pandit is about to leave Vrindavan and go back to Jagannath Puri. So Sanatan Goswami is sending some gifts to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhuji, next one.
Radha Rasastarila Valu Ara Govardhane Rashila Sushka Pakka Pilu Phala Ara Gunja Mala. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. The gifts consisted of some sand from the site of the Rasalila, a stone from Govardhana hill, dry ripened pilu fruits, and a garland of small corn shells. Hare Krishna.
Garland of small conch shells, then sand from Rasasthali, a small stone from Godar, and dry ripened pilu fruits. Even I don't know, but later in few purports it will tell that pilu fruits are like small fruits. which is found in Vrindavan area and not found in the Bengal area. Wait, Prabhupada tells about the below floats. Prabhuji, next one.
जगदानंद पंडित चलिला सबलाना व्याकुल हैला सनातन तांद्रे विद्या दिया. Translation Vidaya Diya. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Thus Jagannananda Pandita, bearing all these gifts, started on his journey. Sanatana Goswami, however, was very much agitated after bidding him farewell.
Because he was Vaishnavas, they loved the association of another Vaishnava. And when Jagadanand Pandit left, Sanatana Goswami was feeling too much separation from association of Jagadanand Pandit. Prabhuji, next.
प्रभुरा निमित्त एका स्थानमाने विचारिला द्वादशादित्य तिलय एका माता पाइला. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Soon afterward, Sanatana Goswami selected a place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could stay while in Vrindavana. It was a temple in the highlands named Dwadashaditya Tila.
So now in Vrindavan, that Madan Mohan temple is there. The Madan Mohan temple is on a little hilly place, and there is the Dwadasha Aditya Tila. Tila is a hilly area. Tila means Tila, they call. So Dwadasha Aditya Tila, this is the place where Krishna, when he finished the Kalya Daman Lila, he was feeling too much cold. So the Adityas are the sons. So 12 Adityas come and give warmth to Krishna. So that is Dwadasha Aditya Tila, that place. Today, that Madan Mohal temple, Dwadashaditya Tila, there only we have Sanatana Goswami's Bhajan Kutir. So, Mahaprabhu, first time when he had come to Vrindavan, he had stayed near Akrura Ghat. And we know that he was coming to Imlitala and all that. So, now Mahaprabhu had sent a word through Jagadanand Pandit that I may come to Vrindavan again. So, Sanatana Goswami thought that this Dwadashaditya Tila is the best place if Mahaprabhu comes, when Mahaprabhu comes. And he made his own Bhajan Kutir there. So today we still see the Bhajan Kutir of Sanatan Goswami at Dwadashaditya. Prabhuji, next one.
ते शांतर खिला गोसाने संस्कार करिया माथेरा आगेरा हिला एका चुनी बंदिया. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Sanatana Goswami kept the temple very clean and in good repair. In front of it, he created a small hut. He erected a small hut.
Yeah. So now, still now, the Bhajan Kutir is there for devotees to offer their respects. But Mahaprabhu never goes to Vrindavan. With this, we stop here. Thank you very much. Granthra Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Lila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Ancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa
Kripa
sindhubhyascha paditahanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Ananta koti Vaishnava ki jai. Srila Prabhupada.